Between October 2024 and January 2020, in the last 2 years, in more than tankers, ask yourself, is it worth the risk? The answer is a resounding no. Scooping fuel from an overturned petrol tanker is not just risky, it is downright suicidal. Petrol, diesel, kerosene, and gas are highly flammable on one spark and disaster strikes. Ignorance or hardship cannot justify pulling your own life on the line to stay alive. Whenever you see it is better to stay alive for your loved ones who depend on you than any way being otherwise. Remember, fuel scooping is deadly. Don't take the risk. Stay alive, be alive, and live well. A very beautiful evening to you. Welcome to the Situation Room live on Mainland 98.3 FM. Today is the first of, I felt like it was yesterday we had the old Happy New Year, new resolution, New Year, new me. Oh, the things I would stop, the things I want to achieve at the first quarter or the second quarter. But now we've said Happy New Month to each other 3 times already. Well, it's a good way to start the year, and more importantly, a greater way to start the month. So I want to say Happy New Month to everyone. In case you've been played fool today, today is April Fool's Day. So somebody sent something to me today, and then it's a credit alert notification. Like when you are sharing the receipt of credit. So I was, who don't like money? I was quick to open it now, and then I saw April Fool. I said 10. So someone did the same thing again, and I'm like, see, I will not open this one because this game have been played on me earlier today. But please, be careful how you fool people today before they give you slap on the way. Everybody's face is hard right now. But hey, it's my pleasure to have you join us. We always run this conversation, politics, politics. You followed me since last week Thursday. I've been mentioning it, and of course you've been listening to the jingle for with good news. And it's a new month. Good news to start the new month, especially 3 FM. Well, on the political quote, I did a trial public gatherings, but it has generated a lot of controversy. But we're not going to be talking about that on the show today. You always trust me. And at the time we, got up on this show, I was going through the profile of the University of Hertfordshire that we're going to do today. I'm going to take us through the entire process, what you need to know to begin your, higher institution journey. It could be PhD, it could be a master's, it could be undergraduate, irrespective of the class of degree you must have graduated from. You're welcome. So everyone calls her Omobi. So I'm sure if I call her a name, a lot of people wondering, like, we don't know her. Who knows her at Bolanle Drodola? Everybody calls her Omobi. The beautiful Omobi. Good to have you join us in the studio today, Omobi. He's not just a friend of the house right now, because by whatever means, I met him last year. I followed him on social media, especially on LinkedIn, and I tell you for a fact that he's a man that is vibrant, understand how the Nigerian space works. In fact, they've given him a nickname, and so they now call him Igwe. So the list and Africa for University of Hertfordshire right here. There's Mark Whitfield, but we call him Igwe. Good to have you join us on the show as well, Mark.
I want to leave.
Yeah, don't worry. This time I will extend your stay in the country. So guys, let's get straight up into this. And I want you to sit back and enjoy the name will be responded to. I give you my word. We're streaming live on all our social media platforms on facebook.com/Mainland 98.3 FM. You can also go on YouTube to search us out on Mainland 98.3 FM. Or maybe you're just moving anywhere and then you want to follow Grand Returns, and my guest will get into the conversation. You're welcome.
Ready to embark on a life-changing journey.
At the Lagos Open Masters by Research, we have nursing,
Interviews and giving out discounts and answering all your burning questions. Discover world-class programs, vibrant campus life, and opportunities that can elevate your future.
To register, simply log on to http://bit.ly/UH Open Day. For more info, email nigeria@hearts.ac.uk. Call or WhatsApp us on 081-8022-7788.
I can't wait to see you on the 4th of April, 2025.
So welcome back. And I'm the University of Hertfordshire is just within that space. And I went around looking through that beautiful, city-friendly, eco-friendly campus. Let's get straight up into that. See, let me start with you, Mark, because it looks like you're always the first person to jump on the plane to come back to Nigeria. Talk to us about that cultural switch, between where you are and when you step into this country. I think about a few weeks ago, I had a good treat, former Newcastle United reasons. There's always a misconception about Nigerians out there. And then when you get in here, you find out that it's a different ball game. And I said, maybe it's the people you rope. He said, no, that's the thing about Nigeria for you each time you have the opportunity of coming here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Nigeria, I mean, it's a place of big, let's be honest, Hertfordshire is the biggest recruiter of Nigerian students to the UK. Nigerian hard-working, such fantastic entrepreneurial skills. I'll give Nigerians that. Nigerians
with the also
brilliant business people, but also and who can forget as well the food.
I was going to that.
The food is amazing. So I've tried the famous Nigerian.
Don't say the one will not make you get jollof rice this night. Okay, so let's get straight up into this one. Omobi, I mean, it's an amazing time again. I saw you on national TV earlier today, selling the mission for the next phase of my life. Why should I choose University of Hertfordshire?
Okay, so thank you so much, Okpe. For University of Hertfordshire, we do a whole lot for international students. Now, if you're had world-class lecturers, and that is one thing, how are they taught? They're taught in an amazing way where how our teaching is structured. We have open door policies. The lecturers are able to speak to students. If students are not doing well, they have a pastoral unit that will guide them. Now, we have some courses that our lecturers are actually, they can go back to it. And I use an example of listening to music for the first time. When you listen to music, and that's why you see our students do really well. Now, what of work placements? Nigerian students or even international students as how to apply for a job. Some people come in with the most archaic CVs, and then the careers team will guide them. We never say of what you're doing, and you say, you know what, can I change my course because I'm not so sure about this course? There's someone there that's going to assist you through it. So coming to the university earlier than now. And so why not just come to University of Hertfordshire and enjoy, that field.
Okay. It's looking like we'll have to let's come to you, Mark. I went through the profile of University of Hertfordshire, and it's so amazing what this school has done in under 50 years, being in the top 100. Why should I choose University of Hertfordshire? I'm coming in, did I find on the campus of your school?
Yeah, sure. So obviously the University of Hertfordshire is one of the leading several years is investing. Hertfordshire University is one of the biggest investors that put back into the university. Computing, we're investing 200 opportunities. We actually, as a result of that, the University of Hertfordshire is the only British university to have the King's Award for. We know what we're doing in terms of the student experience. So most of our degrees now actually have built doing an internship that's guaranteed. Students are also putting that knowledge into confidence to go out into the real world and to find a job. And let's not forget, the UK has the 2-year, and that is high. That is the highest, one of the highest in the UK.
Okay. Omobi talked about workplace. Talk to us about the potentials and then the opportunities available for me in terms of getting myself fixed in and, just getting a life for myself.
What you do? Well, let me tell you, when students arrive in September, the first thing that we do is we organise a part-time jobs fair. So we invite all the local employers from the local community and London as well. Let's not forget, we're 25 minutes away, 40 hours a week. Now, if you work out the UK minimum wage, what people get paid, it's £12.24 an hour. If you're so you can understand why the UK is a very attractive choice, especially for students that are looking to come and study, but also to find employment whilst they're studying to support.
Questions about the migration and all of that. That's some years back. How much confidence do I have
now is for every international student, once you graduate, you're able to, apply for post-study work, right? And then I say to students, you have to be, if you're not smart enough, you're not position yourself in the right place, right? I say to students also, when you come in, don't just come in for the sake of coming in. You get that job when you're done. But when people come with the focus of, I just want to come and I just want to go and work in the healthcare sector, dependent, and whether some people can bring their dependent. Yes, there are categories of courses that you can apply to that allows you to bring dependent. Now, I need to be clear here. It's important that we're not just selling the fact that we have a course that allows dependents. We need to be sure that you are actually a genuine student coming with your dependent, because you cannot be there alone without your children or without your spouse. So we have something called the Masters by Research. We have that available in the university that allows you to bring your dependents. But then the question is, oh, do we have all the courses available for this course? No, we don't. Again, we also do not want Nigerians to just have this mindset that, oh, I'm coming because I want to bring my dependent. They need to also look at I was at an agent conference, and at a fair, and I said to them, have you been able to sit down to calculate how much you'll come with dependents? Whilst we have dependents, people should also understand that it will compulsory by the UKVI for them to come in. Yes, we do have it, and we're going to announce that on the 4th when we're doing our open day. We're announcing the courses that comes with the dependents right now, but the PhD is up there. They can apply for PhD and just write a research proposal. Yes, will come into the UK and not look back. That's the truth. I've seen lots of people without that, even where we had, because it's a whole lot of money. I know that you need your family to be around you, but again, and all of that. So eventually they will come in. So their mindset, or what they should think about, is getting the best job that will give them, COS, good category like a data science, or they are doing engineering and all of those. They get jobs that will allow them bring dependents. That is the long-term goal. But if they want to come with important.
Okay, Mark, while you were talking the other time, you talked about the University of Hertfordshire being in the top 11 UK in terms of investment. You talked about how much millions of pounds you pumped into the medicine, engineering, and computer and all of that. Now let's talk about how flexible. I'm sure this is what, funny enough, the phone lines have been buzzing. So I'm sure at some point somebody would ask, how can I take us through that space? And when we come back, we would also talk to us about a payment structure that allows people to be flexible enough to, put all of those things together for those that may not be able to put out the entire amount at once.
Absolutely, yeah. So obviously, hard-working students, I watched as they watched their dreams completely shattered. The University of Hertfordshire was the first British university to react to that. And what we did is we put in place a payment plan for Nigerian students. Because we understand the Naira, we understand Nigerian students, we understand the market. Okay? I say we, I mean Amobi. Flexibility around payments for Nigerians. We probably will confirm that during the open day. So students who are coming to the open day, it's something that we can discuss with you. But the great news is we've also got our head of finance who's coming out to join us at the open, have conversations with him, and for him to have conversations with students. But yeah, we are flexible and we do work with Nigerian students. We don't make it hard for them.
So I'm already getting messages, and then somebody is asking that, is there anything like age limit for masters?
Degree, certain degrees you have to be 18 to do. But as for a master's, no, you can do it in any stage of life.
Okay. Omobi, let's talk to you. I mean, the whole idea, your chance that with a third class.
For every single person. Now, we do not look at people with a third class like people that are not smart enough. Because in fact, when you speak to them, they're even smarter. But something might have happened. MSc Management with Sustainability, MSc Management with Digital Marketing, or MSc Management with Supply Chain. Now, I've got some people that had studied law. I studied law back in the university, and I know how difficult it is to come out with, even a 2-1 in law. So people with a third class in law, anybody just not less than a third class. Now, I've seen lots of students come to me to say, Omobi, can I do LLM with a third class? And I say yes. And they come out with a distinction upon graduation, because I know HND is out there and lots of people have gone to Polytechnic. So if you have anybody with HND, if you're out there, you've done HND, we'll take you onto some of our courses. One will be the MSc Outdoor Environment Management with Supply Chain and MA Human Resource Management. Now, the good news is all of these lecturers will be here on Friday. So student can go to them and say, look, this is what I have. That's the best that you ever get. Exactly. you're getting and you're acting at university. They invest in even people out there before they
Why
come
am I
in.
catching the excitement on your face? I mean, it's a long way from here, especially in this time where there's a lot of issues with fake admission, wrong agent pushing things. Oh, you're so and so that you check their profile, and then this person you're seeing on the university webpage is actually sitting right in front of you. It's a different feeling. Let's come with.
Okay, so Friday is the D-Day. We're having the University of Hertfordshire Nigeria Open Day. Now, what we do at the Open Day is we bring this time around to attend the agent conference and the Open Day, and they're going to be speaking to students, taking students through what, some of their burning questions. We're going to be giving on-spot offers on that day for courses that, pretty much straightforward. We're going to be announcing new courses, which will include the Emirates Masters by Research. On that, we have education, we have health. So this is the first time we're going to bring somebody from the School of Nursing. Yeah. Now, our nursing is about the highest seller at the University of Hertfordshire. We have to be able to do nursing. The answer is no. So I got people with a background in international business that are now a registered nurse in the UK. As long as they have a 2-1, they pass their interviews at mainland. No, sorry. Come on Friday at Marriott Hotel in Ikeja. It's at Dᴜʏᴜᴅᴜᴍ. We're going to be there from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration is going to start at 8:30, so we don't want. And then we'll start up at 10 o'clock, at 11.
Okay. So, Mark, how excited about? You came in here last year, and I'm sure there was an open day last year, and I'm sure that maybe the success or the outcome of what happened last year made you to come back, and then you come back for more. But the question is, any competitive edge in the employment market? When people see that, I finished for University of Hertfordshire, does it put me at a better place when I'm going into the market in terms of employment in the UK, in Canada?
A competitive edge, especially when they graduate and go on to get a job. As I mentioned, we guarantee internships, so actually giving students that guaranteed internship opportunity. But more importantly as well, our students succeed they're sitting down at least once a week and having a one-to-one with their professor. And that's really important. Students are paying a lot of money. They're coming a long way to study at Hertfordshire facilities. So students are learning in the best environments, but also accessing the best equipment. For example, nursing. The University of Hertfordshire is in the top 5 universities for nursing in the UK in the Guardian ranking. Apply for a job, whether that be in the UK or to obviously go and work somewhere else. They've actually got that is why our employability rate, as I mentioned earlier, is above 96%. So this open day really is really popular because we're the only university that out professors, and these professors are renowned in their fields. And then when we said, should we do the open day again, these guys said, we want to come back. We want to be back in Nigeria, because what we found was the feedback from last year from students who came to the open day and got an offer-based conversation. They also got to meet our amazing Nigeria team as well. So they were able to kind of get the fact.
I will also read some of the messages that we have here. And in case you're just joining us, I have in the studio with me today, I'm going to explain how that name came about. But of course, we have the regional manager for West Africa from the University of Hertfordshire, Bolanle Durodola. But of course, everyone calls her Omo B. Okay, I've got messages, and of course, you can call if you need questions. Okay, this is not for this conversation right now, but it's for this program. I'll take it on the other side of 5 o'clock. This one says, welcome. Your guests are speaking well, but with the financial situation of this country, how many people can afford to study in the university? Is there any form of scholarship? Okay, my guests are taking note of that. Another question says, okay, my name is Steven from We Can Reach You People. Okay, thank you. Calls are also coming in. Who do I have on the line? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
How are you? Yeah, now, because I used to have some Yoruba guys, I was saying Yoruba, you could tell me, do they have facility for
people living with disabilities?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes. UK law. So
Okay, it's compulsory?
It's compulsory, yes.
Okay, you want to respond to the other question? Somebody asked about maybe
Depends on scholarship. And at the University of Hertfordshire, we call it the early birds discount. So take, for instance, your tuition fee £17,250, you get 2,000 off. If you then wish to pay your fees in full on or before enrollment, you can get 1,005 every year for 3 years. Now, I understand the fact that he said that the flexibility of payment. Now, the truth about it is there's no way you're going to remain in Nigeria and earn that money if you don't come to the UK. You want to earn in pounds? Possible. Just put your mind to it. Put in everything.
You're welcome.
Good evening. My question, my question mainly is on accommodation. And again, if at all I have to ask my group presently, I think I want some discipline. And again, can they give me an example of anyone or any billionaire or millionaire in the UK who passed through
arrangements? And then there's also asking that as there provision for business.
Right, okay, 3 big questions right there because of our campus. And we're a campus. And believe it or not, for the UK, that is unique. A lot of universities are spread across a town or a city. The question was business-related courses, is that right? So, yeah, business, we combine it with, for example, project management, we combine it with computing, and the idea basically is it's to draw on students' different strengths. Focus on, for example, computing, which is a growing field. It really, really is a growing area. So the University of Hertfordshire combines these programs, and we work across faculties. So we actually work across faculties, so students can actually specialise in areas now. And listeners, just prepare yourselves a little bit because I will explain. Our business school is a non-exam business school. We've removed exams. Now that doesn't mean it's easy. Practical sessions. So for example, let's say you're doing business with event management. What you will do instead of an event, so you need to do the marketing, the social media, you need to promote it, and then you have to actually execute the event. Now, for example, some students, believe it or not, Nigerian students, they did an event for charity, and that event was basically a casino night.
Wow.
So they organised like a casino night, basically. All proceeds go to charity, but they organised it.
Yeah. Do we have any billionaire that passed through the school?
I mean, look, I don't know about billionaires, I'll be really honest, but we've got some but we have got some really, really good alumni. In fact, Amobi, we've got that guy who graduated. In fact, we were talking about him earlier.
Yeah. So we're going to, on that day, we have quite a number of billionaires are going to be producing out on Friday. Yes, we're going to, so if he wants to come, he'll say able to, earn that money and work in such a way that you'll be billionaires in the next 3-4 years. You can't be that in 24 hours or in 1 year, but you need to work to be able to earn it.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Your parting shot, Friday.
International team and the academics coming. I know a student asked the question that if it's not there, can
Sorry, Mobi, just hold your thoughts as the calls are coming in. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good to have you join us.
Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
In HND, lower credit.
Okay. Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Please respond quickly.
Yes, sir. So if you have lower credit, we will take you public. We'll take you to the university, but you need to have studied for 4 years at Benin Republic to be able to come in.
I mean, it looks like it's all inclusive. It looks like Nigeria. After the open day, are you planning to have some social connect before you leave here? I mean, you're Igwe for a reason, right? You're not just Igwe for the open day. Igwe means you have street credibility. You're a king.
Exactly, my friend. I shall be heard down.
Okay.
I've even got my traditional Nigerian.
You should have it.
I didn't think you'd say that.
Amazing conversation we have on radio today. Thank you so much. Bolanle Drodolamobi, the regional manager for West Africa University of Hertfordshire, Mark Whitfield, aka Igwe. Thank you so much for being my guest on the show today. I will keep in touch and then
yes. So for that day, please call 081-80-22-777-88. You can also follow us on Instagram at UH_Nigeria. That's UH on. Okay, so
For coming through. We'll keep the conversation going, and we'll hope you have a beautiful experience and maybe a bit better than the last time. That will make you also want to come back another time. Thank you very much, and I wish you have a very beautiful evening. Okay, well, I will talk about the drama and everything that is playing out in that state. A very interesting conversation, by the way. And thank you so much for joining us. Those are the representatives of University of Alpha. There's an open day on Friday from 11 a.m. but registration start by 8:30 at Marriott Hotel in Ikeja. So you can also still stick around. The jingle is running on the stations.
The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes.
A new day, a new event. Old actors meet new ones, and a fresh twist adds up to the old subplot. Something unexpected blows up under the sun. But when elephants fight, and the grass suffers and the ground shakes, we are always plugged in, watching it all unfold right here in the Situation Room. Here, we bring together the main actors to take their turns on pressing issues, dissecting events as they unfold across 30 p.m. on your super dial, Mainland 98.3 FM. The Situation Room, we are always watching.
That's why again say there, the eyes have it.
The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation.
Between October 2024 and January 2025, more than 265 lives have been lost to fuel tanker explosions in Nigeria. Guess what? Twice of that number have perished in the last 2 years. In more than half a tankers, ask yourself, is it worth the risk? The answer is a resounding no. Scooping fuel from an overturned petrol tanker is not just risky, it is downright suicidal. Petrol, diesel, kerosene, and gas are highly flammable on one spark and disaster strikes. Ignorance or hardship cannot justify pulling your own life on the line to stay alive. Whenever you see an overturned tanker or people attempting to scoop fuel, flee immediately or alert the relevant authorities to secure the area and prevent a potential explosion. It is better to stay alive for your loved ones who depend on you than any way being otherwise. Remember, fuel scooping is deadly. Don't take the risk. Stay alive, be alive, and live well. Thank you very much for staying with us. We had to just take that part out for growth, windows for development, and more importantly, windows of opportunities available for the people seeking education. It's a right. Nobody is going to hold you down for wanting to get education on the other side of the world. A lot of people in Canada, because he said they told him that politics. I think he did political science. Yes, and he said they told him that the political science in Nigeria is more practical than anywhere in the world. And I said, because everyone leaves politics Monday all through to Sunday, everything around here is practical, and that's exactly what it is. Earlier today, the embattled and suspended senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, senator, had then been built up to this particular event on Friday, or convoy or siren in the state, citing security concerns. And earlier today, I think the local government chairman for Senator Nigeria, regardless of what anyone is saying, regardless of the issues that are at stake at the moment, I mean, she has the right to her movements. I mean, I think about last week as well, the governor of Bayelsa State, His Excellency Governor Diri, also released a statement saying that none of the public facilities in the state must be used to host anybody in Yenagoa, that's the capital of the state. And then the governor said no, acknowledge 8,000 senatorial district. In the last election, Senator Natasha Akpoti won the election with about 53,000, not the winning margin. Total votes that she got was about 53,003. She didn't win, or she wasn't declared outrightly at the poll. She had to go to the court to get her mandate back. So I'm wondering if about 53,000 people voted for her, and then when it was time for her to be recalled, about 285,000 or thereabouts signed a petition for her to be recalled. I'm wondering, do they want to tell us that there's none of the people that signed the petition that also came out to welcome her? She's a Nigerian. Even if you commit any crime and then they sentence you, is that statement banning any form of gathering whatsoever, also banning sirens or convoys of cars from moving in the state, citing all light into what is happening in Kogi State. It's been Rivers yesterday. We had a conversation on what the immediate past head of service of the state when the governor instructed that, now the suspended governor instructed that the House of Assembly complex should be the then speaker, now the chief of staff to the suspended governor, that's Right Honorable Edison Ehiei. And then when any instruction was given, I was not part of any decision. It's a whole lot of mess in Rivers State as we speak. But the most important thing is that there is, relative peace. Everybody too for Senator Natasha Akpoti is not just at the National Assembly. It looks like even right at home, there are a lot of battles that she's fighting. I mean, from her being suspended on the basis of, not conducting herself properly by the president of the Nigerian Senate. And then she also made a statement today, which, generated a lot of buzz. And everyone is asking, are these not one too many? Well, as she said that Senator Natasha makes these allegations, when she was addressing her supporters today in Kogi during the rally. She said, and I quote, "I probably invited Yaya Bello to Hilton Hotel in Abuja, and he told me to start my recall process, and I also told him to be implicated." Senator Natasha told her supporters today in Kogi State during her rally. That is a different case from allegation of sexual harassment now to the allegation of, his name is popping up again. And funny enough, history always has a way of, bringing your realities back to your face. Former Governor Yaya Bello became the youngest senator representing Abia North Senatorial District. Senator Yusuf Okalu was about 38 or thereabout when he became governor. Yaya Bello became the youngest person born after the Civil War to become a governor in this country. And what happened after? He was a child of, and then the late Prince Audu. And Honorable James went to court and said, "Hey, you have to declare me winner because I was on this ballot," but the court says no, you to get out on the plot. And then he recontested and he won a second term 8 years after, and then he's still being haunted by the EFCC for allegations of misappropriation to the tune of 86 billion naira. But now he's governor of the state and being instructed that she should be killed. These allegations are weighty, and they are getting weightier by the day, from sexual harassment now to dated. Because, I don't know which is worse, allegations that somebody has been instructed to kill you, or allegations that there's responsibilities. These are a whole lot. 6 months suspension will be off in no time, and she could have her suspension reduced, and then she would come back to the house to carry out her district. Coincidentally, that is where the former governor Yaya Bello came from, and that is where the current governor, His Excellency Governor Usman, by the way. Let me allow you to join the conversation for the few minutes that we have on the show. 091360004 should be allowed in the states because of security issues. But well, the entrance was grand. It was gracious. A lot of people, hundreds of people, are granting interview on Sky News, on DWTV. She's been talking to, the powers that be and telling our story. But how many people actually believe the story? And now there are fresh allegations again. Hello, good evening. Idimu.
Yes. You see, let me first of all answer this question. Bill of Kogi State than Natasha Akpoti. Then number two, if the constituency where Natasha Akpoti come from, if they are ashamed of themselves, some of them that particularly like the governor, the government chairman that said, I have been that supposed to treat or rejected him as their own son because allegation that was against the Ayabino is even worse than what the issue between Natasha and her family. For this one, the Ayabino was allegedly looted the treasury of the world by these people, but they are talking about they are not even ashamed of their fault. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Well, in the news, thousands of Kogi residents welcomed the embark of Kogi State aboard a chopper. Yes, as she flew in via helicopter. Development defied the state government order banning public gatherings and convoys as our jubilant supporters were sent to our constituency, just as the chairman of Oᴑᴜ local government area, Honorable 𝐴mọ̀kà had imposed a curfew on the local government in order to stop the oncoming Salah party by 7 p.m. That's this afternoon, of course. The massive crowd had gathered at our private residence as early as 7 a.m. waiting anxiously to receive the senator. Senator Natasha Akpotudua is addressing a mammoth crowd of our supporter Azad.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe this woman?
You said?
Do you believe this woman, Natasha Akpotudua?
Do I believe her?
Yes.
I'm not in the
at all again. Because you have another agenda or you have something else to do. Now, I'm just wondering, what is what you're waiting for? Somebody is alleging you of this kind of terrible, imagine this kind of terrible allegations. Made an allegation that Akpabio is looking for a life. You know, why don't you just allow the woman going up and down, at least get from court injunction to the way he's handling this matter. But then I still don't believe Natasha, and I don't want her to have it again.
Sure, it's not in my plan to have committed sexual harassment. Have a tiniest saying whether she's I believe her or she's right or not. I'm not a court, and I'm not even a moral judge to judge whether she's right or wrong. Let the courts do their work, and then let the people of our constituency not suffer because the 6 months she's been suspended means that whatever. You're welcome.
How far now? Long time.
Fine. Good to have you back.
If my voice is not here on this platform, you had not pick my call. Thank God you pick it today.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, it's like, I saw, and what we find out is that, it's going to be long and not be pushed without being mobilized. Sure, I move button. You know what I mean by that? Sure, stamina. To me, I don't know. So this process is good, but to me, like I love Natasha, dogged fighter. She's a dogged fighter.
I mean, let's keep our fingers crossed. I really don't understand, the concept of playing into the hands of the enemy. The allegations, and they would have to be proved.
Hello,
I'm with you, Fama.
Yes, let me also add to this issue of Natasha. He's not even letting him as a Senate president. Because both the Senate president himself and the president is the most controversial leader we have never had since democracy have returned to Nigeria. Everyone, each president is trying to make sure that it's being covered. He was on a 𝐴mọ̀kà program in China TV, and she was asking him, this man has passed a lot of things in the Senate. Even though the Senate, it was the day they was due to do the WဃZQLA, and it was on a Senate on that. The motion she has moved and the issue of Ajaokuta in the Kogi State, and they give a good presentation of Natasha. So, one thing that Senate could have done, may just make a round table peace, because at the end of the day, even though if you not even let the Senate president, if the exercise is on suspension, one thing that Akpabio could have done, like Dele Mohammed was granting service, yesterday, that Akpabio needs to be needful of Natasha. They should come to round table, bargain for bargain. Maybe commit the atrocity is between us asking the person that say that Ghana appropriate to be recovered.
Thank you, Fama.
So it's not yet in my so there's a specific amount.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's going to be a long way. Probably we're even going to, but we just move on with their lives because, I mean, every new day there's a twist to the conversation. Every new day, there is another story. It's a lot. It's a lot from an assembly that have been under the spotlight for the right or for the wrong reasons, especially the leadership.
Yeah, my simple response is that this woman just wants to play the politics. So he's just making mockery of, the situation and perhaps express. So she's playing dirty politics.
Okay. Thank you very much. 0913-600-0410. The governor instructed, and also the commissioner of police also. The suspended senator had defied announcements. And you're welcome.
Do you believe what Natasha is doing? Do you believe? Me, I believe, because Natasha is taking advantage of the rot of the system. He's just taking advantage. Okay, just imagine. Just imagine. Why would you tell there's a coffee today when you know she's coming today? Just imagine it. Coffee today. And you are telling the people that they shouldn't come out. Why? What have you done?
But I mean, Mr. Eric, and then they have them.
Okay, listen. China today could be don't be like that. China today, with their money, they use their money, they do everything. So they use their money like say, my papa, they produce money. They don't sit down and talk.
The security agencies would be able to, control whatever effect or the consequences of that particular.
What is the security report that Natasha today? What is the security report? Some people are saying that Natasha is. So why? I don't know why some people just blind on their comment or don't fashion with their statement. Huh? Look at the rest of the from radio to the also work causing. So this are behind it. I think that young people and the people is doing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 0913-600-0410. It is the Situation Room on Mainland 98.3 FM, and we're taking a response from against the instruction of the Commissioner of Police from Kogi State, restrictions on vehicle convoys, public gathering by the chopper around 1:07 this afternoon, and she's holding a grand reception with our constituents. Well, she's also get rid of her. Hello, good evening.
The police are telling us China to come to Kogi is the destined language, and many things have to be addressed in this one. You see, when all these matters that have been arising up and down, the one that woman and Akpabio, they are senators. What makes different is that Akpabio is the Senate president. If in many cases the judiciary look into some matters like this before critical events happen, it will come into vibrant matter. And I even pray that you medias, most of the time, you people will be. So that's my submission.
You've been appointed or elected to serve the people. The people deserve to know what you're doing. I'm literally surrendering my franchise to you in return for all of the things you promised me during your campaign. And if you don't do it, we'll ask the questions. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Okay. How is your program? Longest time patrol
today.
Okay. Like what you are talking about, Natasha. I don't know why APC government, APC people, is trying to be playing dirty policy in Nigeria. This woman aside and let the investigation go on. Let the investigation matter. When the investigation go matter, anybody that is wrong, the police is testing. They are trying to bring peace to replace the woman. So they get their president, a man that has stolen their money and they will never clean himself from mischief. We have given Nigeria tough time. How are they hiding himself? He's now having faith to be even involved in this truth. So may God
0410. I mean, when the conversation of maybe Yaya Bello replacing Senator Natasha, and I'm wondering, like, Yaya Bello, okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Oᴍᴏ Mubarak, and our Christian brothers, most especially. No, I don't trust any politician in this country. I don't trust any politician in this country. Why do I say that? To go out to be responsible for that. Well, let them continue. I know one day should be one day. And as for Natasha and Akpabio, let the justice. Natasha as well will bring out evidence in court to present that this is my evidence. I want.
Like I said, it's a matter that is now in court. So that my name is Bankole James from Abeokuta. Okay, I got your message. Thank you very much. I'll respond to it. And when Natasha sneezes, the whole Kogi government officials and APC catches cold. The guilty are only afraid. The fear of Natasha. Temidayo from Idimu says, while the opposition group called crowd to gather record for a recall, no security reports. Now Natasha plan. And please, you two know they support them. I beg. She's only to everyone anything about. If Natasha alleges that she's about. Oh, okay. Stephen from Ikorodu, I got where top politicians will use power, money, and everything within the capacity to intimidate people that does not belong to the ruling party, just like what is playing out in the case of Natasha. Is this how? One thing that is certain is that no one will remain in power forever. God bless Nigeria. Tᴏɪᴛᴛᴇʀ or not from Ijagemo community. Hello, good evening.
And I don't know how you answer. You know that this man, all the allegations of stealing money and staying in a school for his children. Support that person who said that. Nigeria just wants people with dented character to rule them. Just check around. Tell me the one that his character is playing there. Check around. Check all of them from number one to the end.
People's characters, everyone for their own hustle and for their own way of life. What I'm just saying is that whatever it is that has to do to everyone. Hello, good.
So what we are saying is that if Mr. President Akpabio, number 3, can do it, I want to assure you they are making Natasha popular and more and more. And if today Natasha contests for governorship of what the president was telling Wiku, he was giving him a yellow card the other time when he went to visit him for his birthday occasion. He told him that he said any action that he is doing that will affect his party, which is trying to tell him a kind of proverb. And if by assessment all his works has been weighed and he found him one thing, thank
you very much, and thank you to everyone that joined the program today. I returns tomorrow by 4 p.m. I have to join Sage Babalola for that one. But from 1 to 3 p.m., there's going to be the Wednesday edition of Midweek Politics. There's going to be Side for Her. There's going to be Victor News. And by 6 o'clock, we'll also come around for the Tuesday edition of Sports Quiz Live on Mainland 98.3 FM. The English Premier League returns tonight. And of course, it's opening with the London derby between Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium and Fulham. Arsenal have not been. Would they be able to flip it up today? They reduce the gap between themselves and Liverpool to 9 points. Join us by 6